The trading post on Epsilon Station smelled of desperation, rust, and ozone. It was a scent Christian had grown used to over the years, the unofficial perfume of the Outer Rim. Species of every kind pushed through the corridors, their voices mixing into a low, constant hum. Traders haggled, drifters shouted, smugglers whispered. The station never slept, and no one cared who you were as long as you kept moving. Christian kept his head down as he walked, his medical scanner tucked under his jacket. In the Rim, being a human was easy. Being a doctor was dangerous. Being an unlicensed doctor was practically suicidal. The Galactic Council didn't appreciate people like him. Their laws served the wealthy, the branded, and the documented. Not people like the ones who lived out here. He was only a few steps from the docking exit when he saw her. A small Valyrian child stood in front of a Krellian merchant store. She was tiny even for her species, her limbs too thin, her posture unsteady. Her violet skin was marked with dark patches that spread like bruises across her arms and neck. Christian's stomach dropped. Valyrian wasting syndrome. He had seen it many times, and the prognosis was always the same without treatment. She couldn't have been more than 7 in human years. The girl held something up to the towering merchant. A small toy, handcrafted from translucent bonewood, glowing faintly with bioluminescence. It was delicate, clearly made by someone who loved her. Maybe a parent, maybe gone now. Please. Her voice was barely audible under the noise of the station. Pain medicine. It hurts. The Krellian clicked his mandibles in amusement. This worthless trinket. For analgesics. Move along, larvae. Christian's jaw tightened. He had seen this scene on too many worlds. Civilized, the Council liked to call the galaxy. But cruelty took root easily in the places no one inspected. He should walk away. That was the smart thing. The safe thing. Trouble on Epsilon Station didn't come with warnings. But as the girl's shoulders trembled in silent sobs, he found himself stepping forward without even thinking. "I'll take it," Christian said. The Krellian and the girl turned toward him. Up close, her condition was even worse. Her breathing was shallow, her eyes cloudy with fever and pain. She looked like she was losing her battle one breath at a time. "Take what? Human?" The merchant hissed. "The toy. I'll trade for it." Christian reached into his pocket and pulled out a credit chip half of what he had left. "This covers whatever painkillers you have. Give them to her." The Krellian's eyes widened at the value, then narrowed suspiciously. "You want the toy that badly? Just make the trade." Greed won. It always did. The merchant snatched the chip, scanned it, then tossed a small container of pills onto the ground. They scattered across the grimy floor. The girl dropped to her knees instantly, scrambling to collect them with shaking fingers, all while still clutching her glowing toy. Christian knelt beside her. "These will help with the pain," he said softly, "but they won't fix the problem." She looked at him, her clouded eyes filled with fear, but also something else, hope so fragile it hurt to see. "Thank you, human," she whispered. I have nothing else to give. Keep your toy," Christian said. Then he took a breath and crossed the line he had been avoiding for years. "Come with me. I can actually treat you." She hesitated, clutching the toy closer. Why would you help me? It was the same question every species asked humans. Why did they interfere? Why did they care? Why did they risk themselves for others who had nothing to offer? The galaxy ran on a simple system. Help those who benefited you. Ignore those who didn't. Because humans didn't fit that pattern. The galaxy didn't know what to make of them. Because you need help. Christian said simply, "That's enough." The treatment-begging Christian's quarters were cramped, converted from what had once been a storage unit. The walls hummed with old circuits. He cleared his cot and gestured for the girl to sit. "I'm Christian," he said, pulling out his scanner. "What's your name?" "Zephyr," she whispered. "Okay, Zephyr. I'm going to scan you. It won't hurt." The scan confirmed his fears. Her cells were deteriorating fast. The syndrome had reached an advanced stage. Standard Valerian treatment required a gene therapy dose so restricted that even licensed rim doctors rarely saw one. He sat back and ran a hand through his hair. He didn't have access to legal treatment, but there were other ways, and other people. He sent a coded message through his black market channels. He offered everything he could: his emergency credits, spare equipment, future favors, all of it. It was reckless. It was stupid. It was the only chance she had. An hour later, the door slid open. Andrea stepped inside. A human smuggler with sharp eyes and quicker instincts. She held a sealed canister in one hand. "You're insane," she said as she handed it over. "Do you know how much trouble this puts you in?" "I know," Christian said quietly. Andrea looked at Zephyr, then at Christian's face. She sighed in a way only humans did, when they knew they were about to join someone else's terrible plan. "You need help administering it. You don't have to do this." "Shut up," Andrea said. "I'm already complicit." She set her own med kit down. "Besides, someone needs to monitor her vitals." "You're shaking." Christian hadn't realized he was, but she was right. Exhaustion, fear, and urgency made his hands unsteady. The therapy they were about to give Zephyr was illegal. Human doctors had developed it after studying their own unusually strong healing factors and adapting the treatment for alien biology. It was unpredictable, untested, and banned across council space. But it saved lives. And right now, it was Zephyr's only chance. The fight through the night. They worked through the night. Christian administered the modified gene therapy while Andrea monitored Zephyr's vitals. At first, the child's small body fought the treatment. Her heart raced. Her temperature spiked. Her breathing faltered. "Stay with us, kid," Andrea murmured, keeping her tone calm even as the monitors blared warnings. Christian adjusted doses, recalibrated the cellular regenerator, and wiped sweat from his forehead. He couldn't lose her, not after everything. Hours passed. Zephyr cried out once, a soft broken sound, then went quiet. "To quiet. She's not stabilizing," Andrea said. "She will," Christian said through clenched teeth. "She has too." They worked until Christian's hands cramped and Andrea's voice became hoarse from guiding him through panic. And then, slowly, the monitors began to settle. Zephyr's breathing grew steady. Her temperature cooled. The mottled patches on her skin faded like shadows in sunlight. As dawn crept through the narrow vents, Her eyes opened clear, bright, alive. The pain, she whispered. It's gone. Christian let out a long, shaky breath and slumped against the wall. Andrea gave a tired but triumphant grin. Welcome back, kid. Zephyr sat up, stronger already. She looked at her toy, then at Christian. With trembling hands, she held it out to him. Please, take it. It's all I have. Christian shook his head. Keep it. Whoever made this for you. Your mother, right? Zephyr nodded. Then it's priceless, he said. Andrea crouched beside the girl. We didn't do this for payment. Then why? Zephyr asked softly. What it means to be human Christian, and Andrea exchanged a look. How did you explain something the galaxy never understood? How did you explain that the unthinkable act wasn't cruelty, but kindness? That's the human way, Christian said finally. Sometimes we do the unthinkable. He meant saving a child who wasn't considered worth the resources. He meant risking their lives for someone they might never see again. He meant refusing to accept a universe where some lives mattered less. Zephyr hugged her toy to her chest and gave them a small, grateful smile, a gesture understood across every species. In every corner of space. Christian knew then he would make the same choice again, no matter the consequences, because some things were worth the risk. Some lives were worth the fight. Unthinkable, impossible, inevitable.